Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, June 21st. I've been on the road for almost an hour. I'm on my way to Cherokee, North Carolina, to KOA Campground there. I'm going to be there for a couple days. And then I'm going to go to Gatlinburg. It's a beautiful day for traveling. It's much nicer than that night we had last night. The power finally came back onto the cabin at almost 7 o'clock this morning. They had originally said it was going to be on about 12:30. Didn't get on until about 7 this morning. That's alright. I woke up about 5:30, walked out of the bathroom, and never did go back to sleep. As soon as the power came back on, I went down and got my shower, packed up and left. Decided not to cook breakfast on my camp stove this morning. I haven't eaten anything except for an apple yet. I might stop up here. Well, I have to stop and get gas here. Probably in about half an hour. I'll pick up something. Then I thought maybe I'd just hang around and cook breakfast. I didn't have to check out of the campground till 11 o'clock, but I knew I had about a 5-hour drive and I wanted to get going before, so I wouldn't get there real late. Especially because I'm going in an area I've never been in before, or driven in it before anyway. And I don't like to drive, after dark. Although today is the longest day of the year, so I probably would have been okay staying till 11, but I just wanted to get out the road, get to my new place and get settled and explore. I'm thinking maybe tonight I'm going to go to the casino there in Cherokee and have dinner at the casino. I heard it was pretty good and not expensive. So, we'll see how tired I am when I get there. Sounds interesting. Maybe win a little money. I never win money at casinos. There's a casino right where I live in Northwest Ohio. I have never ever won anything there. I've won at the casino in Coeur d'Alene, and I've won at the one in Oklahoma, just south of Norman. That's a Riverwind, I'm not sure. I won at that one. That one, the Coeur d'Alene Casino, are the only ones I've ever won at. I'm not a big gambler anyway, and actually I'm very, very careful about stuff like that. But especially because my son that passed away had a gambling addiction, and so I'm real conscious of that. But anyway, I thought maybe I'd go to the casino tonight. Really, I just like looking at the pretty lights. So far today, I've had 0 points because I haven't had any coffee yet, but I'm going to need some here soon. I had a very interesting couple days at that campground there in South Carolina. It wasn't bad. It was peaceful. I had a beautiful view. And then I moved to the cabin, and I tell you the truth, I missed the lake because I wasn't on the lake anymore. I could see it from the front porch of this cabin. But then again, last night I was glad I was protected because I probably would have lost my tent. The storm was that bad. So I don't know if I told you this or not. I went over there after the storm had calmed down. I walked over and just Picked up this morning, said goodbye to Hank the alligator. That's what I named him. I don't know what anybody else calls him. I call him Hank. And checked out and headed up the road. So I'm going to a higher elevation. Hopefully it's going to be a little cooler. So it's in the low 80s right now. I'm okay with low 80s. Low 70s would be better. Low 60s would be wonderful. So that's my day today. I just wanted to check in quick and let you know I'm on the road. Get everything all packed up. It's amazing. I reorganized my car. It's amazing how well everything fit this morning. I got everything in. Oh, I was repacking my food containers. I wanted to drain the ice off. That's another reason I'm going to stop, because I want to get some ice. But anyway, the one container that I had just my fruit and vegetables in, dumping the water out, and I started taking everything out because I wanted to repack it. And there was a frog in the bottom of it. The frog was not alive, but I have no idea how this frog got in there unless it was in with the ice already when I put it in there. Because the ice machine I got the ice out of over the campground is like an ice on demand thing. You press how big of a bag you want, and this machine fills the ice bag right then and there. And it's a self-serve thing outside of the camp store, so I wonder if it was in the ice. Because I have no idea, because I never leave those containers open, and they were sitting outside for a while, but they weren't open. So I don't know. It's a mystery. But there was a frog, kind of freaked me out. Frog's no longer in the container though. And none of the food was gotten into. I mean, I had everything in that container double bagged anyway in Ziplocs. So just another interesting part of my adventure. So alright, well, I kind of have to watch the road here. Traffic's picking up. I'm getting into Columbia, and I will check back later after I get to the campground. You guys have a great day. Well, I decided to stop for breakfast. Just goes to show you. I'm convinced that food tastes better when you're in love. And the reason I say that, I stopped at Shoney's. When Joe and I were on our honeymoon, 32 years ago, we stopped at a Shoney's in Montana. It was the only Shoney's I'd ever been to, ever. And I've always wanted to go back to a Shoney's because I just remember thinking, oh gosh, the food tasted so good. But I think it just tasted good because I was, a young newly married bride, and everything was better then. What I ate today ended up being 9 points, if I have everything in the tracker correctly. I showed you what I had on the plate. I stopped at Shoney's to get breakfast. Regular bread, 2 scrambled eggs, bacon. I'm not going to eat all that. And I got grits instead of potatoes. But they brought me 2 slices of toast. I ate a half a slice. It was just dry toast. There wasn't anything on it, which was fine. I got 2 eggs that they scrambled. It didn't appear that there was any oil or butter or anything on the eggs, so I just counted the 2 eggs as free. About a 1/4 cup of grits. Again, they didn't put they advertise it as Southern style grits. That's not what I got. I got the grits that I make at home. And then bacon. On the menu it said 2 slices of crispy bacon. Well, you saw all that bacon they brought me. And, it was salty. Of course, I know bacon is salty, but it was just really salty. I ate 2 pieces, so I counted it as 3 points. I think the grits were 4 points, maybe. My coffee, whatever it was, it came up to 9 points in the tracker. So the half a slice of bread was 1 point. So it just goes to show you, it tastes better when you're in love, because I could have cooked a better breakfast that tasted better on my camp stove.
In 1 mile, keep left to I-26 West.
I really just wanted the coffee because I was kind of feeling sluggish. But it was an ice cream cone I ate last night. Every time I have sugar like that, the very next day I feel kind of sluggish. So I feel a little bit better now that I've had coffee. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that before I forgot. Remember that food tastes better when you're in love. And cook at home, because that was not worth the $10 I had to spend for it. The waitress was very, very nice, and I mean the staff was pleasant.
Either of the 2 left lanes.
But it was underwhelming, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So the coffee was good though. That's the main thing I was after. And I decided to eat something while I was there.
Continue on I-26.
All right, well, Mr. Garmin here is talking to me, so I better pay attention. I will be back later if I decide to eat lunch. Like I said, it was 9 points. That was a pretty big breakfast for me. And it is 11:30, I believe. So I'm not going to get into this campground till about 3 o'clock. I may just forgo lunch today or have something real, real small and have a decent dinner. So, okay, I'll talk to you soon. Finally made it to my next campsite. Decided to have a quick lunch before I cook dinner. I have 2 ounces of turkey breast for 1 point, a slice of Velveeta for 1 point. The cucumber and the applesauce are free, or 0 points, I should say. And I will tell you more about this campsite later. And yeah. I also made a mistake this morning when I told you how many points I had for breakfast. So my total points right now are 15. So breakfast was 13 points instead of the 9 that I thought it was. But and I'll explain that in a minute. But anyway, this is my lunch. I'll show you dinner in a few minutes. Okay, for dinner I'm just having bacon and eggs. I have 4 slices of the Butterball turkey bacon, and that is 3 points. 0 points for my 2 eggs, and 1 for the Velveeta. Dinner is 4 points. That takes me up to 19 points for today. Thought I'd show you my mad fire making skills. I didn't cook on it. I just made it because I thought it was pretty and I like the smell of campfire. So I'm gonna sit out here till this burns off, and might walk around the loop here and then go to bed because I am exhausted. So I hope you enjoy the crackling fire and you're relaxing tonight too. I'll share more with you tomorrow of what I do, but right now my plan is to go into the casino, spend some time there. In town, it's about 4 miles away from here, and go from there. I'm planning on going over points tomorrow, just FYI, because I plan on eating at the casino. Alright, you guys have a great night.